Back to LFL football night. Before we get underway, we go down to the field with Desi Mitchison.
Thanks, guys. I'm with Michelle Angel, Dallas Desire quarterback. Michelle, there's been some impressive quarterbacks in Big D like Staubach, Aikman, Romo. Does this put added pressure on you tonight?
A little bit. You know, Texas takes football very seriously. So we're just out here to, give them a show and show them how much we got. This is the Texas Bowl, baby. Let's go.
Nice. Back to you guys.
Michelle Angel having a great year so far, but Tony Romo, I think, has got a little edge at the quarterback position.
Not going to disagree with you there. He had one heck of a season until he went down last year. Now Michelle Angel taking duties at quarterback in Dallas. That's Michelle Marshall with the kickoff. Courtney White. That is the speedster running back now returning kicks. That was a good, solid 16-yard return as Dallas goes to work.
Courtney White in their first game. She had one of the greatest runs I've seen in LFL history, coast to coast. Let's see if she can do it again tonight.
Michelle Angel having a good start here in Dallas, throwing for 5 touchdowns and only 1 interception. Says she feels very comfortable in this offense. And there's a look at her 2016 stats.
That TD to interception ratio is solid. She needs to pick up the completion rate a little bit, though.
And now Victoria Thomas, the wildebeest, getting to the second layer of the defense and picking up 10 yards.
When the wildebeest gets ahead of steam, she is tough to bring down, totally destroying the secondary.
Selena Fudge giving up about 60 pounds to Victoria Thomas. Now another 1st and 10 play. Again, it's Thomas, and again, it's Selena Fudge. This time, Thomas limited to 4 yards on the carry.
Thomas with some outstanding statistics. She's averaging 5.5 yards per carry right now. Just a beast.
Offensive coordinator Melvin Bullitt said it. They want to use the wildebeest to set up the pass. And here they go. Michelle Angel back of the end zone. Intercepted. What a one-handed interception by Selena Fudge.
Fudge with a great play. There was an opening there for Angel to get the ball deep to Randall. One-on-one coverage against Kyler Hurts. She didn't get the ball out there, and Fudge made an unbelievable interception. You see the play action inside, drawing everybody in. It's a corner route, but she throws it inside. A one-handed stab by Fudge. Outstanding play.
You want to talk about hands? Watch this. That is a great interception at any level of football. Selena Fudge very active in the first quarter.
You can't ask for a better start for that Austin defense than to pick off Michelle Angel in her first pass.
There's Tashay Winfrey, her 2016 passing stats. They've put it up a lot in Austin, and that's one of the criticisms, not establishing the running game. And just like that, we're 2nd and 10. Bobby, what do you think about the play usage here in Austin?
They have to develop a running game. You can't throw the ball. Already she's thrown the ball 38 times this year. It's entirely too much. You have to pound it on the ground, which even opens up that game more often to go deep.
A 2nd and 10. Austin backed up at its own 3-yard line. Tashay Winfrey back in the shotgun. High snap, inside handoff, nearly decapitated. That's Victoria Thomas tackling Michelle Marshall.
Victoria Thomas, she brings it on both sides of the ball. Almost took her head off right there. What a hit. Dallas, this defensive line came out to play tonight. Steph Wickett had no chance at blocking the wildebeest right here. That was a lookout block, and it showed you can't do that. You're going to get your backs killed.
Very quickly, this offense now dealing with a 3rd and 10. This Dallas crowd loving every second of this early debut. And here comes that rush. Tashay Winfrey dumping it off in the flat. That's Leilani Lopez. And Lopez still on her feet. That'll be a gain of 25 yards.
Outstanding read by Tashay Winfrey. They came with an all-out blitz. Defensive coordinator Jacob Lacey, he said he was going to have some high-tech blitzes. He brings both safeties right up the gut. Winfrey reads it, gets it out in the flat. Nobody there. A huge gain for Austin.
That is a 1st and 10 after Austin was backed up inside its own 3-yard line. Again from the shotgun, Winfrey on a design keeper. Victoria Thomas coming up with the tackle. Let's meet the starters for Austin.
Leilani Lopez, wide receiver.
Marisa Golston, wide receiver.
Tiffany Zimmerman, tight end.
Emily Thomas,
tight end. Steph Wickett, center. Michelle Marshall, running back.
Tishay Winfrey, your quarterback.
The key for that offense tonight is running back Michelle Marshall. They have to establish a running game to open up the passing game.
A 2nd and 9 now, ball at the Dallas 21. That's a handoff to Michelle Marshall and Victoria Thomas. Can anybody block number 14?
She is playing with reckless abandon tonight. Nobody's blocking with her. Jericho Harris, the head coach for Austin, needs to come up with a double team scheme or something just to block her. What a play again by Thomas.
Thomas just all over the field on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. You could see they're going after Emily Thomas. She just wants to intimidate anybody she lines up across.
Jericho Harris, he has to coach on the fly right now. They can't let Thomas come in untouched like that. He's going to have to come up with a blocking scheme right now.
A 3rd and 9 play. Winfrey back to pass. Another 3rd and long. And just beyond the outstretched arms of her receiver. I'm not sure if that's being ruled an interception by Jade Randall.
It looks like Winfrey tries a jump pass. She's trying to hit Emily Thomas across the middle, but that's not even a receiver. She didn't even try for the ball. Randall came up with a great interception.
She did not have possession all the way through. She did not make that catch.
This may be challenged. We're going to get our first call here by Gary Vaught, who just announced this is going to be looked at. Apparently, Austin is challenging possession. We're going to get another look here from the truck. Bobby, it appears to me that Randall came up with that.
It looked to me like she had the ball and was on the ground. I think it popped out late, but she's got possession right there. Dallas will end up with a football.
It looks loose toward the end. Here's Gary Vaught on the call.
Okay, we ruled it that it was not a catch. It'll be 4th down on the 29-yard line.
I guess they saw what we saw. The ball looked like it was coming loose toward the end of that reception.
They got lucky. I thought she had possession when she hit the ground, and then it popped out later. But Austin caught a break on that one.
Austin will retain its timeout and challenge. If you're wondering, each team gets 1 challenge per half. And much like the NFL, if they win it, they will retain it. That's setting up a 4th and 9. Ball remains at the Dallas 21-yard line. Winfrey taking a lot of time looking over that Dallas defense. I'm sure looking for Victoria Thomas. Back to throw is Winfrey, just dumping it off. And that is deflected by the Dallas defense, and Dallas takes over on downs. That will bring us to our first media timeout. It has been all Victoria Thomas in Dallas.
Protecting LFL athletes and the game.
Back to the first ever Texas Bowl as we meet the starters for Dallas's offense.
Sunshine Misa Uli, tight end.
Courtney White, wide receiver. Jade Randall, wide receiver.
Danielle Hawkins, tight end.
Nicole Peterson, center.
Victoria Thomas, running back.
Michelle Angel, quarterback.
It should be fun to watch that Dallas passing game tonight with Michelle Angel and Jade Randall.
They're going to keep it on the ground here. That's Shantae Bunting. Selena Fudge on the tackle. Fudge also having a pretty good first quarter. You can see Dallas mixing it up here a little. And they're going to go to a hurry-up offense. Previous run was a 5-yard gain, now setting up a 2nd and 5. That's Bunting in motion again. You can see they set up that play with the previous wide open. That is Sunshine Misa Uli, who's not been activated all season, making her debut in front of this home crowd.
Like all great quarterbacks, Michelle Angel has a short memory. She already forgot about her interception she threw on the first pass. She finds Sunshine Uli for wide open at 6 points in the end zone. Good play selection by Terrence Bullitt.
And that is the extra point attempt. This will be interesting because I don't believe they're giving it to Dallas. No, they're saying she lost the ball and Selena Fudge recovered. So our score will remain 6-0 Dallas as the officials are talking about it. I'm not sure what happened there, Bobby, but I think she lost the ball and Selena Fudge came up with it.
In fact, I know Fudge came up with the ball right there. Another controversial play early in the game. The refs are discussing it.
It did not take Dallas long. Only 2 plays for 29 yards and 34 seconds. And we've got our first score of the Texas Bowl. There goes a handoff. That's Renee Shepard only gaining 3 yards. But Austin at least trying to run the ball.
You're 100% right. They have to start pounding the football up front. Even though the Shepard's not a big back, that's a 3-yard solid gain. Keep trying to go right at that Dallas front.
Tashay Winfrey again looking over that defense. Keep your eye on Sunshine Misauli at the DN position. That's Michelle Marshall cutting it across the field. Great open field running. That is Michelle Marshall, a much-needed 17 yards for this offense.
Michelle Marshall, she has all the tools to become a great running back in the LFL. Watch these cuts she has here. Reads the block, cuts it all the way back across the green, moves the football to her outer arm for a huge game. She's going to be an all-star.
Now a 1st and 10. Austin all about the big play. That is twice that they've been backed up and saved by the big play. This is Winfrey on a design option play. Not fooled is Jade Randall, only gaining a yard.
Not a great read by Winfrey right there. It was a straight option play to the left. She could have pitched it out to Michelle Marshall. Nobody was on her.
Jade Randall, one of the great surprise stories of this Dallas team, both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. That's Michelle Marshall again.
Number 15, Jade Randall, flying around the football from that free safety position. We didn't think she was going to play tonight.
Let's meet the starters for Dallas.
Lindsay Gaffney, cornerback.
Sunshine Misauli, strong safety.
Shantae Shari, defensive back.
Jade Randall, free safety.
Danielle Hawkins, linebacker.
Ashley Dixon, defensive end. Victoria Thomas, defensive end.
The key to that Dallas defensive end, Victoria Thomas. She's playing big already tonight.
Now a 3rd and 8 play. Tashay Winfrey again under pressure, dumping it off to the center. Emma Lee Thomas not fooling anybody. That is Danielle Hawkins, part of a very physical defense here in Dallas.
Not sure about that play selection. Again, they're trying to hit the center. You can see she doesn't have the greatest hand. She bobbled the football and got stopped for a short gain.
A critical 4th and 7 as Austin's trying to keep pace with Dallas. Dallas up 6-0 in the first ever Texas Bowl. Here's Tashay Winfrey, pump faking, now throwing to the back of the end zone, intercepted and fumbled. That looks to be Renee Shepard recovering the fumble, although I'm not sure Nikki Pugh ever had possession.
I think she did, Mitch. I think this might be Austin's football. It looked like she had the ball and tried to run out of the end zone and lost the handle on the football. I think Austin might be getting the ball back.
I'm sure we're going to get another look at this.
We have a challenge on the play.
Gary Vaught indeed announcing that the Dallas Desire have elected to challenge this call. This could be a big play in this game.
Looked to me like Nikki Pugh had the football and tried to come out of the end zone. They called it a fumble, but it's close. It's really close, actually.
We're going to get a couple different looks at this. There's the ball. I don't think she ever had possession. And that is a quick review by Gary Vaught and company.
Ruling, it's going to be an incomplete pass.
They're going to agree that is an incomplete pass. Dallas taking over its own 12-yard line. That could have been a big play for Austin, taking over inside the 3-yard line.
Great challenge by head coach Melvin Bullen. That would have been huge for Austin to have it in the red zone going in. That challenge got Dallas the football back.
Michelle Angel here has really taken a leadership role, not only on the offense, but overall. One of several veterans that have been plucked from other franchises, and they seem to be working as one cohesive unit.
It's a great team unity situation going on right now. Michelle Angel looks night and day compared to the way she was last year as a quarterback. Really developed under this coaching staff.
And that's Courtney White being tackled by Tiffany Zimmerman. In fact, we visited with number 13.
Tiffany, being a native girl from Texas, how important is it to play in the first ever Texas Bowl?
It's absolutely incredible. You know, for a long time we used to have the UT and A&M game, and that kind of dissipated, and then UT lost its luster. So to be a team coming in from Austin to face our new franchise, Dallas, as well, as I couldn't ask for anything more.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. This is going to be one of the great rivalry games in the LFL.
And somebody gets a big boot at the end of this. And speaking of a boot, look at this. This is not the first time we've seen these two go after it. You want to talk about a rivalry. They are setting the tone early here in Dallas.
There is no love lost between these two teams. In fact, they look like pre-game they were going to get into some fights, and it's happening right now.
Now, being a Washington Redskin fan, I've seen plenty of brawls between the Dallas Cowboys and the Redskins. This looks like they've adopted that mentality for Texas Bowl.
Right now, this is a great game, great rivalry. Both teams playing good football early in the game.
Dallas will now face a 3rd and 8. Potentially getting Courtney White more involved into this offense. White had a great debut game against Los Angeles.
She is such an asset for this offense. You mentioned she not only can run the ball, she's a great receiver out of the backfield.
Angel under center, fakes the handoff. Looking down the field, has a receiver. And that is Marissa Goldston coming up from the corner position.
I think the ball might have slipped out of Angel's hands with the play-action pass. They had Randall deep on a deep post pattern. She couldn't get the ball out there. Randall was open for 6, but it was a short throw by Angel.
Head coach Jericho Harris asking his secondary to drop back. This defense will now defend against a 4th and 8. This could be a vital stop for Austin.
It's really interesting that Michelle Angel, known for her arm, her gun, recently she's been coming up short on deep balls.
She was a little late on the delivery to Randall. Maritza Golston came up to break it up, and this is something else that Angel gives you. Great mobility and lit up by Selena Fudge. That will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Dallas leading 6-0 in a true Texas rivalry.